Sean, I think we've known you as a pretty even-keel guy. Are you a little bit more excited than normal today?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously a little nervous. It's been a while, but no, it's a good feeling to get back out there and, play some hockey again.
When you talk about being nervous, that can be a good thing, right? That can drive you and keep your focus and that type of thing?
Yeah, it keeps you dialed in. I think, if someone says they're not nervous, they're probably lying. So, it's an important game for us. I'm up for it, and like I said, looking forward to playing hockey again.
There are certainly a lot of expectations to you drawing back into the lineup. How do you try to meet those expectations, or do you just ignore them?
Yeah, I have my own expectations. I know what I got to do. It's an important time of the year, so I'm going to try and do whatever I can to help the team win.
Looking forward to, you've had to sit and watch what's going on here, whether it's been win or lose. How excited are you just to get into a playoff race like this where you're coming in at a critical time of the year?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. I think the guys been battling and lost a few games where we could have, obviously got the extra point or won the game. So it's an exciting time, and I'm excited to be part of the fight with these guys.
There's so much talk about Sean and Goody coming back into the lineup. What kind of juice has that given to the room here in the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's exciting. Those guys both been chomping at the bit to get back in, and to see the energy that they have coming out onto practices, and knowing that they're going to be in the lineup, it's exciting for the guys and for them for sure. For
you get to skate with Goody, right? Paired with him.
Yeah.
You've been with Provy a lot this year, so you've had that veteran on your side kind of experience. But what does Goody bring to it for you?
I know. He brings a lot of things, a lot of positive leadership and stuff like that. Provy did too, but kind of get the righty-lefty combo going, and I think that's important. Me and Goody have played together a bit in previous camps, so we've got to know each other a little bit. So it's exciting.
How much do you lean on a guy like ERIK GUDBRANSON or whoever? But tonight it's going to be GUDBRANSON. How much do you lean on him even now? You've got some games under your belt, but you're still looking at him for a little bit of leadership, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. You can learn so much from these guys, and if he has anything for me, I always say, let me know, and I think that's important to have that relationship and build some chemistry with him.
Kind of talked about learning there. Is kind of every game still a learning experience for you as you're kind of building your NHL resume here?
Yeah, it's hard to get used to. It's the NHL, and there's a lot of moving parts and stuff. But you get more better feel for it every day going to the rink for sure.
Yeah, I think you've had some ups, you've had some downs, you've had some moments that were great, some moments that rookie defensemen will have, kind of things like that. How do you just kind of stay even keel through all of this?
Yeah, I think it just starts with being able to flip the page when those plays happen, and in the game you can't let it affect the rest of the game if it happens on one shift or whatever. So I think that's just the mindset you have to go with it, and then just go out and play.
Yeah, is that something you've kind of always had as well? It seems like you're always kind of a calm, cool, collected guy.
Yeah, I try to be. There's obviously times where it doesn't always work like that, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it's been nice too. We're in the middle of a playoff race here. You're a rookie, and they've stuck with you. They've shown a lot of faith in you so far.
Yeah, no, it's it's awesome. I'm very grateful for the opportunities I've been given, and just trying to make the best of it and take full advantage of the opportunity I'm given.
Dean, I'm assuming yes, but any lineup changes tonight?
Yeah, Monty obviously, Goody will play, and I think everything else stays the same from there.
What's the feeling in the room with those guys coming back in, and feeling over the last couple of days knowing they were returning?
Well, it should be positive. Obviously, they're guys that have been in the organization. They've been a big part of our team. Obviously, Goody didn't play. Somebody mentioned it was the third game, I think, so he hasn't played a lot, but he's a big presence within our locker room and obviously on the ice, and wears a letter on our team, so big presence. Monty obviously is a major part of our team, so yeah, it's nice to have both of them back in our lineup here tonight.
The timing of it and the style of play that those guys bring, especially at this time of year, is beneficial, obviously.
Yeah, they're both veteran guys that play a sound, simple, professional game. And yeah, do we need a boost at this point? Sure. So hopefully both of them provide that for us here tonight.
Talked a little bit in the Pittsburgh game about how it kind of opened up and maybe cheated the game a little bit to create offense, and this is a team that could take advantage of that. They're a tight checking team that likes to create off of that. How important is it to try to get back to that style that you guys had kind of the previous games?
It's important, but it's not difficult, to tweak the guys back into playing how we play. They know how we play. They know what makes us successful. We'll get back to it here tonight. Yeah, did we like some of the things we did in the Pittsburgh game as far as opening it up? No, but we understand why. Individuals would do that, but collectively as a group, we will get back to playing how the Columbus Blue Jackets play the game in order to, have success.
How much of it is just patience, Dean? And I think that's what we saw in the Florida game, was waiting for the right opportunities. Yeah. How much of that against this opponent tonight will come into play again?
Well, I not necessarily this opponent, but every night that we play, we have to play that way. We're not a run and gun team. We're not an open up, track meet or whatever word that you want to use. That's not who we are. We know that that's not how we have success. So, it's important every night that we play like we play, and for the most part, even as of late, without the success that we've had, we've played that way. And we have to believe, and we have confidence in that room that they do believe that that's how we need to play in order to win hockey games.
I wanted to ask you about Mateychuk, a young guy going through a playoff race, especially that position that's pretty difficult. He's had probably the ups and downs that a guy that age may have in the NHL level, but what's impressed you the most just about the way he's handled it and approached things and kind of stayed even keel and gotten himself into this league?
Yeah, more ups and downs, that's for sure. He's, as you said, he plays the game above his age, and his maturity is real good. He's conducts himself like a pro. He's going to be an NHL player for a very, very long time. And as you said, he's handled a lot of situations extremely well. Nice to have another veteran defenseman come back that can help in that regard as well.